Good evening. Welcome back for those coming back and all on replays. Hey, we hope you stay. So tonight, more Final Fantasy XIV. We're back out on the Dawntrail, up on the mountain. I'm going to talk to the Hokyae. We'll be up there. So, we could stay here and chitter chat, but who wants to? Let's not waste much time because we are interested to see where we go. That's just kicking around on the top here. Last night we left it just here, so let's continue. I think I'm getting used to the air up here. This is a place from the Lay of Proof. Compliment the Yok Hui. That must be them. I don't think I've actually seen one outside of a picture. So it is for most Terali. The giants really visit the lowlands. Here in their mountain fastness, they tend to observe solemn duty they pledge to undertake in their pact with the Dawn Servant. What was that? Watch over the Terali, the Dral, Vigamaranda, maintain its prison within their temple. So we have a primal to murder. Yes, we're told Dural this. Creatures that live far longer than normal awakened to strange powers. Among these anomalies, Balagaranda is unrivaled in its strength, has endured for centuries, bringing catastrophe each time it emerges from its lair. As you learned from the Lay of Ice, it was Guljaja who last managed to imprison the beast, and has lain dormant in the temple ever since. Looks like it blew through that spot pretty nice. There's a gaping hole in its ceiling, yes. Romandra was lured inside by Guljaja's final ploy. I'd like to see this strongest of all Tural Vidril. What it was like to fight it. Warlord's Echo, with Lay of Proof and Lay of Ice took place. Does this not suggest we'll be facing two feats this time? That's the question we can ask the Elector once we find him. Or maybe we should flush out Bokjojo first so I can beat my keystone out of him. The Dawn Servant's Elector should be the primary goal. Still have 4 keystones there. No matter what we do, the consistents will pit each other against him sooner or later. Alright, let's seek out the Elector. Visit to the gracious Karyozar. Karyozar! Okay, we know that. Where their temple is called. The Moblins told me the High Luminary Gurfurler is to be found there. These guys have got to have a Mongolian throat singing voice. Ask someone for information. He seems wise choice. That'd be bloody awesome when someone gets up there. So slow, hyper gravelly, hyper low, just. I'd think it was awesome. It's like, yes. Wait, you need one of these. Only because I can't run that. Give me those. Ding. Oh, speaking of which, companion, how close are you? Closing in. Crowds are definitely depleted down a fair bit, so I'd say everyone's sort of spreading out. Is it taboo to request entrance to the temple, you think? I don't know. Build to hold a Tural Vidril? No, it doesn't, really. If I can convince the guards to let us through. Third promise to Tuliola, I seek your Elector for the right of succession. I speak with Garfurler. Has granted admittance to the claimants. You may enter. Oh, that was easier than expected. In we go then. Is that? Aye, Valagramada. That is a primal. And a trial we'll soon have to face. Pets, welcome. I Luminary Garfurler. No. He is not president. I am Luminary Zermerwer. Zermerwer. Is this the Sky Ruin Valmagar-Manda? It is Tural Vidal, who's named Bookterra since time immemorial. Once conquerors all beneath the sun were brittle leaves before Volgar's temperous fury or power. Extended from on Urapocha 8 decades ago, 80 years, casualties were staggered. Had Gul'dan and his companions not intervened, we would have been slaughtered to the last. Raged for 10 days and 10 nights. As they fought on, tireless and relentless, our heroes were pushed beyond the limits of their endurance. Did the head of reason conduct a desperate plan? Tricked to losing control of its own ice magics, causing it to unwittingly encase itself in frozen ether. It's been like that ever since. Nice work, Papa. But what if the ice ever melts? Good question. Yes. The magic that sustains this prison grows weaker with each passing year. Of course it does. Commands powers of fire, lightning, and ice. The Freet, Rama, Shiva. Violence of the recent storm was the result of those energies slipping free. Raging tempest from Valgramanda. Worries aside, you come to defeat of proof. Yes. Elector of the Dawn's servant has left me with the instructions for all inspiring claimants. You are to scour our forbidding mountains and find the awaiting Gopherver. This will be your challenge. Locate him. Ah, so the search itself is defeat. You've already spoken with my brothers, I take it. I have. Their expeditions are underway. Have you spoken with a two-headed dingbat? No? With twice worse twice worth the breath? Better pick up the pace. Direction to search in. See what hints we can gather from the villagers. So yeah, we're going to have to deal with you in short order. Your trial. You've had a dungeon. So if I grab this for a half a moment. So you got Satasha, Damcroft, this. Let's grab the later ones. Yeah. Endwalker, Zot, Babel, this. And then we have to go to the trials. Dark Inside was at 83. So we literally had this tower, that tower. This raid's to come later. Zodiark when we first actually had a fight. So this was sort of the third in. Look at right now, we've only hit one dungeon, no trials, and no raids. Raids are come at the end anyway. So we may have one dungeon, or we may have a trial of the next thing. It's a pretty set. Seeking one blindly in the expanse. With this, we need more information. Aye. Awfully like the auspices of the Far East. Are they same thing under a different name, do you think? They definitely sound it, don't they? Great Expulsion. Recent expulsion of a great deal of ether from prison. Hold for a few more years, I fear. Okay. So maybe your post-game content then. This. Can't expect the old guard to come up running. It'll be up to us to save the day. We got grilled fish. Ooh. Royal toast. Maple syrup and egg-soaked bread. French toast. Maple teriyaki. I'll take that. Alpino! What strategy? Seek the high luminary Gerferler. Somewhere in these mountains. Be a dick. I was having so much fun with those moblins. Moblins. Like Lowlander, Midlander. If earlier feats are indication, we assume the challenge precludes Yokoi from answering questions in a straightforward manner. Close attention to what attempting to divine the whereabouts. Give precise, there may be clues hidden within their words, such is my theory anyway. Let's see what we can discover. What do you think, Otter? Voodoo. Yorgerwer. I have not seen him today. Let me ask you a question. Who came out of the temple early? Is he really the third promise? Rather unimposing. How is she meant to succeed the mighty Guljaja? Oh. We'd make a comment about the size don't matter, but, you know, there's the reverse of that. As Johnson says, we both know that's not true. Zerbarlor. There's a Walkler. Tuliolin. No, you're farther from that, I think. I can only guess where he might be. He's warder of the Sky Ruin, but he also keeps the sepulchres. Often duty takes him outside the village. So he tends the tombs too, then. So we might think he's at some other religiousable site that has significant meaning to the individuals, then. Zerfurlar. Let's want about their technology if he's using a stone hammer and a stone to carve the stone. Not where to find him. I do hope you have opportunity to speak together. Deep reverence for our traditions. These glyphs we carve, for one, he affords them as much value as any treasure we possess. Records of lives lived. Your arrival, too, I will etch into the stone, that our story of our meeting may endure untold turnings of the sun. If you're curious about our ways, I visit you. Visit the proof to the northwest of here. It is one of our grave sites. Learning how to decipher what is written might do a well deed. All right, hurry up and wait. Well, this is all about learning this. And a definitive location for the High Luminary. No. What clues and hints that might point us in the right direction? Keeping the graves. Yes, the sepulchres. As I did, sepulchres appear to hold great significance in their culture. Appropriate outsiders to enter their burial grounds? Mention of the proof nearby, one of them offered. Proof, you say, and he encouraged you to visit this place yourself? Let's go and take a look. If we don't find Gopher there, it'll give us a chance to learn more about the Yokoi. Agreed. Northwest of here. We can leave by that side of the village for a start, shall we? Yes. And this is, what, 200 or 300 some odd from the north. So, this away. Others gone ahead to the proof, following the trail west. Sharp drops everywhere, moving at their own pace. Some of us are not built for craggy terrain. Stumbling off a cliff. Catch up to Erinvale. He'll point you in the right direction. And 70 this. It's gonna be fairly close. Just up here then. Probably on one of the out points. Northwest. Northwest. There it is. Looks like there's some sort of cave over here. $271 to the north. North. $249 to the north. Eh. Still to the north? Northwest. Let's hope more west than north. Tulidal. 49 to the north. $500 and something to the west. All right. Yeah, see, this looks like close to where the hot springs were. And that means this will be like the volcanic area. Cool enough. Holy moly. You're an impressive one. Oh, there's a lookout spot up there. Dang it. Long claw, big mouth. Number 8, Shades of Grief. No wood or trees, not even dry grass, yet the ground still burns. One of the scars left by Varmarga's rampage, told by this, is eternal flames that cannot be quenched by neither storm nor time. And here I thought it was a literary embellishment. But now I've lost sight of Bookmat. Oof. West. Hopefully she's still heading the right way. Elfino! Look at these homes rather than graves. Long years have passed since anyone resided living here. Hmm. $290 to the northwest. $174 to the west. Proof. There it is. Should be able to get the rest of the ether currents up here. Yeah. How many more am I missing? 4. Then 2 blue quests and 1 main quest to give me the remainder. You think? Yep, I would agree with that. 4 of them up here. To the north. 500 and odd? B, I missed that one? That's definitely down there, though. Ancient Gravekeeper. Ah, you've come. Aha, Wookmat wins again, considering what we last... Like everyone's here now, so... Greetings, friend. Are you Gurfurler? No, I am not. The High Luminary did task me with providing a lesson on the Silparkers for those who came in search of him. Find our way here after all. Are you going to tell us who is buried here? No one is buried here in the sense you mean. When a body has served its purpose, we consign it to flames, then scatter its ashes across the peaks. Cremation! Moreover, we do not conceive of death as the others. For us, a person does not die when their heart ceases to beat, only when they are no longer born in the hearts of all those who know them. This is why we build our sepulchres before age or mishap claims us. You build them prior to your death, that we may etch ourselves into the living chronicle for all eternity. This grave belongs to a good friend. His mortal vessel ended its journey some years ago, but he lives within me even now. Up there stands my own sepulchre. As long as it exists, so too will I. I will endure in the hearts of those who read my grave glyphs in the same manner my friend does in mine. Not too indifferent. Has it been thus for your people, the conception of existence and death? Continue along this path to the indelible passage beyond. Behold the history upon its walls. You may find the answers to your questions. And that's what we'll do. Your traditions are fascinating, and I'd love to know more. I thank you for allowing me to share them, for in doing so I will remain in your hearts also. Mr. We don't know who you are. I'll probably get a closer one now. 500 odd to the... Oh no! Driving through the fate! You guys are still hanging around down here. $501 to the west, so they're well over here. Call for the first Ula Dolort Sentinel. Indelible Passage. I had to do that. Open up that chunk of map. Seems we're going this way anyway. Not only be remembered, but to live on the inside of hearts of others. That's possible. Grandfather sure lives inside mine. 'Tis a comforting thought. Not too undifferent than the souls of the ethereals. I get a feeling they're expecting us. Splendid murals. They picked 4 scenes. Uh-oh. Let's have a closer look at these. There. Okay. Wind. Birds flying. Over top of a city star. Eyes crying, a great tragedy. Lightning bolts coming out of a hammer, quakes and thunder and lightning type thing. You know, it's like pictures without understanding the imagery. You can only sort of guess 8 of them. That's not the fun part. Fellow we met at the proof suggested we come here. I illuminate, I come watch for your arrival. The chroniclers are our people. It has ever been my family's duty to pass on the teaching of the murals from generation to generation. So we read them left to right. Spring, summer, fall. Really are magnificent. Together they tell the tale of your people's history. The events which shaped us. I would share ere you continue on your way. Please, I'd love to hear all about it. And I shall begin. Time more than 1100 years ago. Great prosperity for the Hawkhoi. Blessed with both size and strength unmatched by other people, our ancestors marched forth and brought much of Yogg-Tural under their dominion. This is the we rule over all, yes? Different peoples represented here. Then, when all before them had been conquered, they turned their eyes northward, seeking to expand their territory and power. Here we see the expedition to Yogg-Tural, the northern. Unable to cross the strait by ship, our forefathers set about building a bridge northern lands, a grand labor which consumed the greater part of a century. Okay. Zorgor the Boundless. We still make use of that bridge in Tuliyola for travel. Can't imagine the patience and dedication to complete a work at that scale. I've never heard of any Yokai living in Zaktural. What happened to the ones who went north? Look upon the next mural and hold the answer. Death and loss. Many giants perished all at once. What manner of enemy could have repelled their invasion? Foe unnamed and unseen. When the expedition pushed into Zaktural more than 1,000 years, its soldiers were felled by disease. Some terrible illness. No virulent plague or rightly bright this for the local Tawara and Shitoni, but was a mild affliction. Something that comes with the turning of the seasons. Right. Okay, so the common cold for one is lethal to another. No. What manifested for them was slight fevers and cough, however proved deadly to our people. 1 out of every 10 Yokoi joined the northern campaign, 9 succumbed to the infection. Those who survived continue to suffer, finding it difficult to sire offspring. Proved them right royally. I've heard of this. Lacking inherent resistance, visitors to distant lands can fall deathly ill to diseases a local might shrug off. These events may have also given rise to the practice of cremation rather than burial of the mortal remains. Return of our grieving brethren to Europacha. The reason they first left, why they fought so long, pushed so far, was to ensure peace for our homeland. This undertaking began in ancient times when our forebears learned they shared the continent with peoples unlike us in appearance or custom. They feared invasion was inevitable. Rather than meekly await their fate, they decided to strike the first blow. Yet as they fought on, the old idea of peace drifted further and further away. Only after the disaster in Zaktural and their withdrawal to the mountains did they come to understand. Peace we envisioned had been all ours for the taking. It was here, this place which birthed us, here in the stones upon which we recorded our days, here in this tranquil life we had traded for conquest and conflict. When you did nothing but fight, it can blind you to what's right before your eyes. So we return to the present. I trust you found this brief history for people enlightening. Always glad to learn more about my fellow Taurali, how you lived until now, and how you wish to live from now on. Then I believe you are ready to proceed. Bids you meet him upon the summit of Wakar Samor. I had a feeling we'd be scaling up that old mountain, the feat worthy of the name. Follow the south trail to begin your ascent, but be wary. Beyond the entryway come ferocious beasts, both mundane or otherwise. We'll keep that in mind. Thank you for the warning and the lesson. So this is a run up the mountain. To the top of the mountain. At 307 to the west, let's just go this way for a little bit. Beautiful lake. Looks like you'll be swimming into it, probably. Oh yeah. Northeast. Still says up there. Could be up here too. Let's find something out, though. There it goes. Go for a swim. There'll definitely something in the deeper part of this lake. Sorrow, solace. Yeah, I thought it wouldn't let me drive over the edge. It was definitely down there then, somewhere. Yep. I better go get it. Only 100 to get back up here in a bit time. Going an 81 to the north. Northeast. Oh, there you go. 2 to go. I'm going to count that because I've already found it. $588 to the west. Clunk. It's fine. Didn't really do a lot of ether hunting down here, did we? No, I guess not. Or very ineffectual, anyway. This is a sad point on my view as an adventurer. You didn't even go on an adventure. On this adventure. It start becoming visible. Well, if it's up there, I have to go this way. Coffee does do have little red beads. I know. Oh, my own. It's not enough to actually make a decent cup. Yeah. The real trick is, though, the bush is a pain in the butt. It is? Hmm. Oh. You were just one more row up, weren't you? How do I get up there? Nope. Nope. Right there. Oh. Quite a harvest here. Hmm. Ah, there's the 1,000 to the south. So I'll just ride round this way and we'll be there. Pick up this spot here. $400 to the west. So around here. Which is good. I'm literally missing one. That's the last one. Julio dial. The southwest, yeah, there's a hill in the way. I almost think we haven't hit the Blue Valley yet. I think that's in Zaktoral, the northern half, not the southern part. It's a bait train. They're all smacking the crabs. Sorrow. 325 to the south. Oh, the Saltery. There's a lookout point at the top there. Oh, these guys are Angables. And 13 to the east. Up there you are. I thought it was salt because of the whiting on it, but it's actually just farmland. Hmm. Oh, I'd be foolish not to grab that while I'm here. Nope, it's going to require a flight to get up there, is it? Yep. Aw. Salt worker. Maybe it is for salt. That's terraces for this. I don't know why I thought it was salt. The name's Salt Worker. That's alright. Fortunately, there's no thermal damage from that. Oh no! Bunch of geodudes. I know. Not, but still. Funny. Scarp for some food? Yes. A witch. Get a couple of these. I'll race up those stairs. My feet are killing me. Maybe I would have preferred actual proper foot fit, form-fitting footwear that's good on this. So Alizé going in those heels up that mountain, being near death of me. Though I'm more impressed that you're going all the way up. What? How long have you been standing there? I was just taking in the scenery, that's all. Those if I summon my carbuncle. Yep, to do that. All this talking and no fighting had basically forgotten I needed a triple question marked carbuncle over there. This will be a dungeon run? Oh yeah. But past this point. Polio Precious Litten about the sacred peak of Warpor Zormor. On whimsical poetry, that is. Has to rejuvenate and spell this. Feeling the strange of these slopes. Poor Kryl. Two sides mountains never more pound when you're standing right at the foot. Hope you come across Black Jewel on the way to the summit. Might be a bit fun. He could be a boss on this fight, yeah. The more they fought, the further away they moved from their idea of peace. Heard the same lesson. Hope it's made him reconsider his own stance on educating the people through war. High Luminary. It could also just be a Judy. That is going to be a redonkulo climb.
Gods, that is one tall mountain. And we're supposed to climb it?
Farther. Komar. Tuliorlu. Korogar.
Ah. I expect to walk here unchallenged. Tell me, Shortling, bring you all the way from Tuliola?
He's speaking the old Yokhui tongue. The words are difficult to catch.
Though your words are crude and cumbersome, I use them for your benefit. You are a claimant in this right of succession.
That's right.
Then, if you die, Tuliola loses a potential ruler.
That's a dark thing to say, friend. I get the feeling you don't share the opinions of the other Yokhui we've met.
Yokhui.
We do not grovel before Gulul, Jar Jar, like those shameless lapdogs. My brethren and I are conquerors, and we will restore our people to their rightful place as Tural's overlords.
The Giants have their own factions too, it seems.
You think your kin weak for showing deference to my father, but they do not follow the man. It is his peace they respect, a peace they always wanted, which they realized could be had right here.
Justifications of the craven. They turn their gaze from our ancestors, from the dream we kept alive for 1,000 years and more. They are unworthy of bearing our legacy. I will reclaim the glory of our people.
Uh-huh.
And our ascension begins with the death of the third promise.
All right there, Googly.
Stop! I don't want to fight you.
Then die on your knees. Opportunistic vermin seek to feast on us, do you? Get down here! Your neck will be the first I snap this day!
Poor lore.
That's right.
Why do you help us?
I didn't put much thought into it. My legs were moving before I knew what was happening. I suppose I feared you'd die before we had the chance to get to know each other. Before I could learn more about you.
To what end?
Test?
Oh, that's simple. If we're to share the land, it's the best way for us to become friends. How is he?
He'll live. Not quite ready to walk under his own strength, however.
If you could stay and tend to him, the rest of us will continue on to Woko Zormor.
Understood. Be careful up there.
This changes nothing. We will not forsake our conquest.
Yeah, put it on a back burner for 1,000 years. You waited this long.
As you like. You want to kill me, you're welcome to try. But right now, you might want to worry about your comrade.
On a mountain of that size, there are bound to be creatures even I've never heard of. I'll trust you to lead the way.
Oklamat's gonna be running tank for us anyway.
Then we climb. Grufurler is waiting.
Furler! Is now accessible. Yep. Second dungeon. Orkul Azor, this new regular duty has been taken. Alright. I don't get much of a party selection choice there. It's basically, Alizlay's going to be doing the healing? Okay. Red Mage handling the full heals, Wooklamat on tank, Kryl on damage. Both of these would swing over to this. So if you were a healer, it would be damage, damage, tank. If you were tank, it would be damage, healer, damage. I like the fact that they're giving them multiple roles. Try to keep Kryl with you the whole way. Red Mage doing healing duty. Oh wow, crystal fields. Lightning drakes. High in lightning damage up here. What are you? Carbon collector ready. Climbing for ages. Rune's Wrath. No warblers. You have anything special you do, or are you just a nice, easy, a little bit of AoE, nothing fancy pants with you?
the healing.
Alright. Unique lines coming out. I'll handle the healing. Red mage is now green mage. Always do this when you can? Oh, absolutely. Just because there might be something additional spoken in there. Throw that on? Absolutely. Okay.
Back off!
Kinda wish they added sort of voice lines. That'd be nice instead of just the lines. Oh, by that I mean you'd have your you know. So if you did your lines, instead of just being like, it'd actually be like, look out, moving this way, over there, you know, like the, this Murinth, huh? That's kind of cool. It would be a bit of a pain, because they'd have to basically add it as, you know, I don't know how long ago they recorded those original voice lines, if they could still do it. You can get new voice lines, but, you know, that's the problem. You can't really add it. It'd be neat if it could, though. It'd be an AI thing. You'd have to use AI to come up with it.
Back off!
Anala. I do like that their AI's improved since that. I want them to re-add this AI to my squadron. You do? Oh yeah. Right now, a squadron won't do anything unless you tell them to do it. That goes double for getting out of the way of something actually firing on their position. It's like, oh no, it's an AoE. I'll stand here. I haven't been given orders otherwise. Spank. So this will be the first boss. Oh no, it's the giant bunny bunnies. Rokor Hurith. Like a bird with a bunny mixed into it. Alright then, Cutesoid. What is that, says Alizé. Must be a snow spirit. Not that I've seen one before. Frosting Farkas. With that, please. I think that's an AoE. It is an AoE. Fluffle up. Ah, I see. Okay, when he froze them solid and got to my head, don't stand there. Then the frozen ones were like, fluffle up, here we go again. I get away with that one. He hide behind it. It's no scoop. More fluffle-ups. Oh, both sets of flufflies at once. Look at them. We can handle it, says Alize. We better. No. It's an AoE. Field. Can't stop that one from slowing down the amount of damage. Better not be any more of those. Feel chilled to the bone. Wearing the wrong outfit, Alize. Sandals of healing. Ooh, what do those look like? Oopsie. Oh, no different than the other sandals. They're 660. Alright. That means I'll click on my feet here. Where is it? Augmented souls of... Okay, so these are the 2 healing feet right now. Oh no. Those are exactly... Yes, they are. The 660 gear that we're finding on here is exactly the same as what we've already got for this. I was thinking it was going to last more. It's not. It's exactly... The 660 gear blue is exactly like 660 gear here. Oh, wow. Okay, so... We'll be looking to get new gear fairly quickly then. So not this dungeon, but the dungeon after this dungeon. I'll assume that the trial that will come after this will basically be for a 660 trial. This dungeon won't have will have a normal distribution of loot. It should. Oh no, it'll probably actually have not 660, 650, possibly. That 660 maximum. Neuralgia. Caught up. Seems I've been toying too much with my prey. Ah, that was unintended. Damn it. Find another path. Think of it as an added test of your resourcefulness. There's a treasure coffer. Bracelet of casting. Great. Healing or slaying. Oh, you're at the necklace, you goof. There it is. Yeah. So technically with materia, this could be better. Not on the base stats, only on stuff like critical and whatnot. Necklace of casting. Nice. Oopsie. I know, I put my foot in it, didn't I, Jose? Slap me later. I think the canon point to add to this is Alizé, after basically seeing you come back from dealing with Medion and Xenos, basically took a little much extra to put some effort into her white magic side of doing things. Feeling a little helpless and all that. Get him, look on that. It's allowing me 94.
Now I'll show you.
I'm working on that. Well, it's the bird. It's a giant bird. Wind Unbound. AoE? Yeah, it was. Give you the wind. Blow it right up your bum. Crystallized rock shatters into pieces. What does that mean? Shards resonate with magic. Groovy. Got like a really bad case of sun magic, Simon says.
I have you now.
Get him! Feed crystals? Slowly being covered in crystal.
Try this.
Oh, that's a big do not look at it. Also, don't look at it?
Let's give them a show.
Adel to slow down its damage. Heal. I did not make that in time. I think I has you, unless you've got a new one. Oops, that's a bad pull. You're gonna get hit with that one. Ow.
Try this.
Eh, it's barely a challenge. Kryles, we did it! Autumns of Fending. What do those look like? Autumns of Fending. War skirt! Really a skirt? Yeah, no, it's a one piece all around. That's going to be a very much wanted piece. Probably will be, actually. Tulichu! Tulichu, I do not pick you! Drops one of them.
Back off. Hold still. Try this.
Woohoo! Well, I'm glad you tried that before I had to worry about getting out of that spot. What are you two looking at?
Hold still.
I think they reduced the amount of lines they gave them, or how often they were activating them. Oh well. There's a more ring of healing. Right, so the next dungeon is going to have gear we definitely want in it then. I don't think the next set of treasure chests will. Just in Shadowbringers and Endwalkers I was able to get through on their end game gear quite a bit. Seems they've decided they're not going to let us do that this round. Nice sturdy bridge. Oh no! Double Tealachu! So you don't get solar? No, don't get solar until
handle the healing.
level 100. Hold on to that. This should be the one just before the boss. Also the piece we saw in the trailer, them running up the stairs. Cutscene. Flipper.
I am Purfurur, Elector of the Dawn Servant. Prepare to be tested.
Trial by combat. He's huge. He wants a fight, then let's give it to him. Mapping the realm.
Prove you are worthy to rule.
Uh-oh, that's a stone coming down from on high.
Chronicles of Air, return the hunger of roiling waters!
Okay. Guy's got the real...
Chronicles of Air, recount the fury of erupting peaks! I will take the measure of your resolve.
Okay, that's a multi-part attack.
Implacable strength of the mountain, be mine!
Okay, I gotta intercept those.
Spirit of my brethren, your thunder roars!
Fieldy.
That you should endure my fury.
Stonework. Interesting. Greenstone.
Chronicles of Earth, record the cruelty of merciless storms.
Okay. Oh, gonna get fire and ice at the same time.
You now.
Yep. We're gonna get blown over one way. Dang it. I misjudged what we needed to do there. No, you're not gonna do that much damage. I'm gonna shield as well through it. No. Hello. Shield these, I can't do much more than that. No chips on this one. Maybe straight to the face. It's not bad. So it's just everyone else went into the middle of that, and I just judged it to try going down the side. Greenstone? Yep.
I'll handle the healing.
You handle the healing. We're going for a ride again. Sure, cast this. That was a better sure cast. Get him a freak. Ha! Done that for a while. Oh, haha thing. Usually it's just a little more reserved. Hey, and we get an Orchestron roll out of it. Didn't have to roll anyone against it. Nice.
Very good, claimant. Once more, I name myself Gur Fulur, High Luminary to my people, and chosen Elector of the Dawn Servant.
You are much bigger than the others in the village.
All Yokwi were once my equal in size, but ever since we were decimated by disease, it is rare to see a child reach our former stature.
You speak of the contagion which afflicted the Shaktural expedition. The one recorded in your murals.
It is a chapter of our history that is entangled with the legend of the Golden City.
So it's to the north.
I've heard that legend originated with the Yokhui. Is this true?
With the visions our ancestors had, to be precise. Preceding the campaign into Shaktural, many were visited by dreams of glittering splendor.
Oh.
They described a paradise that knew neither war nor famine, where people lived lives of eternal happiness. A single dreamer might have been dismissed, but when dozens, if not hundreds, spoke the same, the luminaries became convinced it was divine revelation.
Oh.
Then the expedition.
Was to find it.
Its purpose was to find the City of Gold. Yes, help was marshaled from all the territories under our control. Lands were scoured on a massive scale.
Ah, little wonder the legend is so similar across Tural. Those involved with the search would have passed the stories down to their children.
Hmm.
Another claimant, I see. I will test your worth, as I have tested those who came before you.
Here and now, I think he means.
Oh, let us get out of the road. Get spanked.
Well fought, second promise. For you and your sister's success in performing the feat of proof. You both shall be rewarded.
Greenstone.
Three to go.
4.
How glorious it would have been to race thee and thine to the summit. Though mayhap not whilst being hounded by Bakul Jaja and his minions.
Again, that swine shows his disdain for the right.
Strangely, despite his eagerness to antagonize us, he withdrew as soon as we fought back in earnest. I cannot fathom what he was trying to achieve. On a similar note, I'm also curious as to why you chose the peak of Warkor Zormor for the conclusion of this feat. The earlier stages saw us learn the history of the Yokhui. Does this location also hold some special meaning for your people?
Yes, it is a place of great significance.
All these monuments. Is this a burial ground?
Every high luminary before me is enshrined in this earth. Alongside them are the heroes who bravely stood their ground when Valigarmanda brought ruin to Urkopacha 8 decades past.
Valigarmanda.
That explains why there are so many.
Zorolja, I should have known you'd arrive here first.
Third promise. How relieved I am to find you in good health.
Zorolja, you bastard! I should end you here and now!
Remember where you are. You will mind your conduct, or you will leave.
That look on her face like, oh crap.
Right. Sorry.
I see no reason to delay further. Show me my father's sepulchre.
Papa has a grave?
That would make sense.
Upon this monument are inscribed the names of those who sealed away the monstrous Valigarmanda, your fathers included.
And one grandfather, I'm betting.
Gulul Jaja, Master of Resolve and Reason, Champion of Peace.
Yay!
Look at this one. Kettenram, Navigator of Uncharted Oceans.
Kettenram? The Laminsan explorer? Does this mean he joined Gulul Jaja on his travels?
Kafkiwa, Seeker of the Unknown. How strange to see your name here.
Well, Vera are long-lived. It's his master, obviously.
It was unheard of to build living sepulchres for those who were not Yokwi. But their great deed demanded recognition.
Master of Resolve and Reason, Champion of Peace? Papa really did some amazing things.
He carved his path with martial skill.
Yet it was clever thinking which allowed him to trap Valigarmanda within its own ice magics.
Martial skill and clever thinking. I can't compete with Zorolja's mastery of the Head of Resolve's techniques. And when it comes to knowledge, Kona's the one who most takes after the Head of Reason. Is there anything that I've gotten from Papa? Something I do better than the others?
Someone needs a push. Ask a question.
What else defines him? Oh, of course. Papa's love for peace, for his people. That is what he's given me.
And there it is.
And I'm fighting to preserve the peaceful Tural he built.
Speaking thereof, I was expecting a trial.
What the hells was that?
Alphino.
You must return to Warlar's Echo immediately. Valigarmanda has broken free.
I presume that was about the unholy sound?
Well, yeah, Valigarmanda apparently is on the loose.
Valigarmanda is free.
We need to get back there. Now!
How fortuitous. We have been gifted an opportunity to outpace our rivals.
Okay, first things first. Extract materia. Yes. Actually, we got everything out here, so let's just use the $100 to get there. Got 4 minutes left on that. Meal benefits. Good, you're back. Time I arrived at this sudden surge of ether. Already fallen giants everywhere. Preoccupied treated the wounded. Pray catch your breath and lend a hand where you can. Blood red, iris purple, corpse blue. Oh boy. This make useless to open the trust or duty. Yeah, okay, that's just letting me know that now that we've completed the whole quest, we can now use the trust system to basically continue doing that. You're ready? Many injured who need help. Should find anyone pass out with this, ask to alert me to them. Otherwise, tending whoever requires most urgent healing. So we've seen to the people's injuries. Get to it. Oh, he's only lightly wounded. Bad arm. Third promises protector. Breathed in bright red, searing heat enveloped my entire body. I couldn't move. Right. You just got singed. Rest and you'll be back on your feet in no time. Watching that. You look a lot worse than to wear. Groan. Thing burns, touch of cloth is agony, yet I will live. Leave me, there are others more need. Postman? Oh yeah, he's definitely in trouble. Nothing serious, the dryness on my throat. With all moisture left my body. This guy needs a drink of water. Remember, stay hydrated in the hot, dry atmospheres. Time for a sip. Quick sip of the waters. It has gotten hot here. Once, it's like, yay! Like this. Injury found awake. Alert then? Yes. That as well. Comfortable as we could. Burns to a greater or lesser degree. Did a fire sweep through the village? The details are unclear. Attacked by that mountain bird, the group's leader, I believe to call it, bade me depart. Felt the intense wave of ether I returned to find was in this state. First giant, delirious with pain, repeated sentence, had broken free, thus that it had contacted with all haste. More information before we can deal with the situation. Well, let's just temple guard, see what's become of the Sky Ruins prison. Oh, yes, this is quick 10 to everyone, and then let's like check it all out. Oopsie. They exist inside the temple. They did say it was beginning to fail, but I felt certain it would hold for this. Was I mistaken? Grants you entrance, awaits you within. He came down the mountain just pretty as quickly as we did. Parachutes! Just base jump off there in a flight wingsuit. Yeah!
What happened?
Well, he's definitely missing.
So it's true. The ice has failed.
Surmurwar, tell them what you told me.
A short while ago, a claimant paid us a visit.
Echo! That sounds like Bak Jol.
Who enters this hallowed hall? Ah, a claimant.
Oh, and here we have the mighty Valigarmanda.
A terrifying withdrawal. With every awakening, it has seared its ruinous name into the memories of a new generation.
What a good little terror. You've stayed napping right up until the day I needed you.
Explain yourself.
It is as they say. Kulul Jaja caused its magic to run rampant, trapping it in a frozen prison of its own creation. Clever. Clever. To unmake it, it would be quite tricky. 2 spells must be cast at the exact same moment. A conflagration intense enough to melt the ice, and awakening flame to rekindle the slumbering Vitral's soul. The only ones capable of such harmonious execution would be the heads of reason and resolve. And the blessed siblings, Bakul Jaja.
Why?
You mustn't!
But I already have. Rise and rage, little terror.
have overdone the fire a bit.
Utter madness. Why have you done this?
This would be a good thing.
For the throne, of course.
You unleash calamity for your own gain? Have you any idea how many may die?
Wreak havoc, Valigarbanda. Live up to your legend.
A messenger to Tuli Yolol has been dispatched. The Landsguard will send a contingent, I am sure. But there is no telling when they will arrive.
Well, we have experience in dealing with these.
Idiot! This monstrous act is a step too far, even for him.
So, what's the plan?
Kick its butt. Track it down, beat it
If we
stupid.
leave the withdrawal to others, it will be a massacre. Some might call it the wiser choice, if I don't want to fall behind the competition. But I could never live with myself. And my supporters deserve a better ruler. So that's that. I will stay and fight Valigarbanda.
Actually, you're gonna sit this one out,
This is
lady.
an enemy so powerful that even my father failed to slay it. Alone, I don't stand a chance. I understand you've no obligation to aid me outside the right of succession. But for the sake of Urkopacha and its people, I beg you, join me in this battle.
That was not necessary. Didn't earn the title of champion of Eorzea by basically turn tail and run when it got hard. Former members of the Scions of the Seventh Dawn. As if you had to ask.
Far be it from us to abandon a dear comrade in her time of need.
Dear comrades now, eh? I have to say, it does have a comforting ring to it.
Ding. Ouch.
Knowing someone has your back makes it easier to do what you have to do.
And that's the truth.
And what will we do?
One committed to winning the contest above all else would race on ahead.
If you resolve to slay Valigarbanda, we'll need to find out where the beast went.
That's what we have you for, old friend.
Can't be that tough to kill this thing.
Inform the Bello of the danger. They may need to flee to lower ground.
It's like this. Like, well, you have to ask you. So let's look at her. It's like as if you had to ask, add the additional worlds. I went to the edge of all creation to track down the thing that was going to destroy the entire world. I fought dragons and gods. This thing... good question. Something blessed about him. Yes. Two spells of fire, exact same moment. Two-headed Mamulja. Nah, you can do it. Just gotta be, practiced. Any ideas how we can track Aligamada? Comparing sightings with other signs of passage, most reliable, but 'tis time consuming. Second option, not Naya. We're lucky it will allow this more quickly. Still a creature of this world. Yeah? Corporeal Andre possesses unique etheric balance. This device should come in handy. A floating hand? Now's not time to be playing with toys. It's an ether seeker, as the name suggests. Gleaners use it to detect the ether of living things. You've had that in your pack this whole time. To follow a specific etherical aspect, problem with us. Really shift between the three: fire, ice, or lightning. Fire aspect to the ether. Uniformly affected by burns. Unleashed a great fiery blast. Choice is plain: fire. Any living source. As we are not able to input its unique etheric signature in advance, respond to any living source of fire aspected ether. Reliable but slow versus potentially swift but easily misled gleaner tool. Pursue both methods at the same time. Fall back on the first to fall back on if the second fails. Travel with me. The seeker leads me to some other fiery fiend. Yeah, you got it. The rest can stay behind and talk to eyewitnesses. The more Skyruin sightings we can compare, the more accurate our information will be. Next one, I shall remain here in the village and tend to the Okhoi. You are seriously injured, but I'm wary of wounds inflicted by this creature. Close at hand should their condition suddenly worsen. We all have work to do. We should be on our way as well. We'll get to these little ones as we get going. They're not important at this moment. Outskirts of the village, and the seeker detect fire aspect. Ether. Yes. Ready to go. It's fused with the Skyruin. Exclude it from the search area to prevent it from swamping the sensors. Begin tracking, shall we? Affirmative, tracking near a source of fire aspect at ADAR. Do 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 do. Well, of course, we're after I see where you're pointing. We're going straight after that, are we? No? Tracking disengaged. Not quite the legendary creature we're after. It will continue to confuse the seeker if we leave it be. Alright. Alrighty. Necessary measure, I'm afraid. Try this again. Do 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 do. No, don't be a goof. Throwing the pointy finger of your own. Also gotta blow it up. Frightening enough, but again, not what we're looking for. To be so kind. One will require a bit more Bahamut. Molten Phobad. Gave you any trouble, but considering who I'm talking to. Look at this. You do try to point something this. Resuming tracking. Do 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 do. It really didn't go that far, did it? Oh, makes sense. It's headed towards the another Phobad. Registered to the seeker as corporeal ether. Can we use it to isolate the signature then? Saga rages out of control, its fire burns forever, ice does not thaw, lightning crackles without cease. Against itself, trapping an unmelting ice prison. Everlasting sorcery, once again, strange scene, so fanciful proving this. Classify it as living ether. We can feed it a sample and greatly improve its accuracy. One moment. Ah! This fire signature. You should know anything but volumongers. Realized it was possible from the start, then you wouldn't need to fight those creatures at all. My apologies. Much learned from this journey as a gleaner and a guide. It's alright. You gave me soup. Or no, you gave me maple teriyaki. Forgivable. Sky Ruin. Yes. Tracking based on latest sample. Sample this accelerated pursuit mode. Well, I'm up here. There we go. Mapping the realm. You need flight magic to do it. Whee, fun. You only tend to snack on fights when you're first going into them? Yep. A little more vitality is useful in a fight that you're not or a bit unsure about. Once you get used to the fight or have to do the fight dozens of times, it's like, yeah, no. You get into your head where the movements are going to be, because the fights are primarily choreographed. Some points of randomness involved in there. You have to keep on your toes. You can't just like sleepwalk it or completely, you know, macro bot it type thing. But it's similar enough that once you've got the patterns down in your head, you can jump from one to the other without too much issue. You know, this attack does this attack does that. This attack says dodge over there. Fire. Correct parameters for its interior aspect. Increasing the threshold for etheric concentration. Calibrating Sarah's, resuming tracking. Should have known it was headed over there. Yeah, where's the biggest body of water? Here. Well, there was a lake at the end. Okay. Wait, why would it be headed for a lake if it's fire? It's also ice and lightning. Fire evaporates water. Water whips around by, falls as ice or snow, hail. Yep. When it's whipped around by the winds, it becomes lightning. There should be a trial, and as a trial, it means we'll just have to sign on with everyone else. Also, it says over here, putting out fires. I think we noticed was inside the passage. Let's head through the other side. Speak with Aaron Vale again. You get to see a giant flaming bird.
The trail ends here, it seems.
Look up.
Could Valikarmanda have shifted its elemental aspect? It does have 3 to choose from, after all. In any case, I'm almost certain the Vitral was headed in the direction of Warkor Lardor. We should let the others know we have a likely location.
Give him a call. Beep, beep, beep. Cell phones are great.
Alphino is assisting the Yokhui with their evacuation. He thought they could use a healing hand with the injured.
So where is Valigarmanda?
Vorkor Lardor. Its stratified layers contain a wealth of crystals, said to be the source of its many-colored glow. After 80 years of imprisonment, the Vidral will be in dire need of sustenance. It would have been drawn to the mountain's energies.
So Valigarmanda seeks to replenish its ether.
Then we'd better not give it the chance.
Stop! That mountain is sacred ground.
You again.
I forbid you to set foot on it.
Sorry, It is not our intention to trespass. But you must understand, that's where Valigarmanda has gone. If we don't slay it now, it will slaughter countless innocents. Just like in the old days, I beg you, permit us to enter.
Out of the question. Your band is incapable of defeating Valigarmanda. Either you seek to defile Vorkor Lardor, or you are fools.
I'll
If
take
you
the second
doubt
one.
their chances, how would you feel were we to join them? The monument to Valigarmanda's defeat bears the names of 7 heroes. With our forces combined,
1, 2, 3,
we
4,
also
5,
number
6,
7.
7.
Seven weaklings are no less doomed than 4.
Zoralcha, you've come to help as well.
Against my sound advice. While the rest of you were tussling with this sky ruin, we might have secured an insurmountable lead. A minor delay. It will not change the contest's outcome. I would take the measure of this Tural Vidral my father was unable to kill.
With both my brothers here, this battle is all but won.
Your celebration is premature. I never said I would let you pass.
Well, these two won't kick your ass. This guy will.
Brother, no! We do not bear arms against our own people.
What an odd thing to say. As I recall, the inhabitants of Chir Wagur Sultan do not consider themselves members of the Tuliyolal nation. I'd hardly call them our own people.
What does that matter? Members or not, everyone in Tural is part of our dream for peace. If you would hurt them, then you'll have to go through me.
Oh, step up. Strength knows strength. Your call.
She saved me from the mountain bird. Now, then, the same eyes. Eyes of stone. We are still in her debt. This is true. Consider the debt repaid. But do not misunderstand. We do not submit to Tuliolan rule.
Didn't ask you to, buddy. Just get out of the road.
You've made your point. We can talk more once the contest is over.
I ask your name.
Wuklamat, protector of peace, and soon-to-be Dawn servant.
Even people with wildly different ideals can find understanding through earnest discussion. I believe that, wholeheartedly.
As do I. I won't give up until we reach a compromise.
Yes. The art of compromise, the art of giving everyone something they're not
survive. My old bones and I will be waiting here for the true heir's return.
Your thoughts have always been a mystery to me, brother. But I'm relieved to see you put aside the contest for the sake of the greater good.
Oh. Okay, you get a smack for using those words. Greater good. Hate those words.
Our nation is a fortress, and its people the bricks with which it is built. The more that are lost or broken, the weaker Tuli Yolal becomes. Even the crudest rock has value as a stepping stone.
Like, you're showing some good side there. And then proceeds to crap all over his
Come
point.
on, you two. Forget about the right of succession for now, and help me fight this overgrown snake bird.
To take off a Quetzalcoatl or many of the feathered serpents of South America.
I don't care how strong the Sky Ruin may be. We're going to put this menace down for good.
You got... Bing! There it is. This. New regular duty has been added to Duty Finder and Duty Support. Opportunity to take this trial with an NPC companions. Allies role will differ from the normal select. Alright, so we can NPC this too. Let's have a look. Zojal's a Viper, picked him as her. Innovator. Summoner. Intrepid. Warrior. Astrologian. Alizaeon healing as well. Let's open up the Duty Finder as well. It's actually the first. It is. There it is. 2 tanks plus 4 DPS. Alright, so if you weren't a healer, or you were a healer, this would go over here. If you were a tank, Diplomat would join over here. So we've already found these two drop into DPS roles, if not. Don't know what I'd done with that selection. So options. Go with not the party or go with the party. What's the timing on that one? 11 minutes to stand about. But we do trials and raids with the other people. Right? We did the one run with the hope of additional goodies here, there, and everywhere. We're DPS, we know it's going to take a little bit. Like, we're 7. We're short somebody. So he really is a Viper, just like this. So Kona and Kryl are both guaranteed DPS. Alizae's flipping between healer and DPS. Much like Alphanos flipping between He's a sage, so he's pretty much this. Urianger is pretty much straight healer. Thancred is pure tank. So Wukalamat and Alizé are floats for this. So that's good. Still didn't give us anything there. On foot quest. Yay. Oh, still those 4 subquests plus some cards. Yay. I got a lot of cards to go back on. Really do. Critical hit and extra vitality up to a max of 85. Critical hit to 52. Yeah, understandable. Not all food is made the same. That's technically higher food than this. Piety is healy food. Spell speed. Direct hit vitality. Workable. Skill speed vitality. Tenacity vitality. That's direct hit rate. I usually prefer that as a ranged DPS, not a magical ranged DPS. Spell speed's pretty decent. Vitality is identical to all 3 of these. But we'll take critical hit. We're built for critting more than we are for determination. Closing in. I don't know. Average times come down. Well, here's the trick with it. People will still be interested into here for all the extra points. And when you do the trials... Oh, that's right, I get those now. If I do them as my main class, I can now start building up Tombstone of Aesthetics because I'm level 100. But I won't be doing it with that because I need them for extra levels. Average of 4 minutes compiled. Yay! That's all good. Okay, so this should be... What is the... Oh, I didn't double check the level we're fighting this at. 93. Okay. That 93... No, not that. Actions and traits. There we go. 93 means we've got our enhanced Fester, but not our enhanced Swift Cast yet. That comes in the next level. Dungeon. Yes, we already have it. We get our massive boost in damage over here. And we can expect 94 level gear, because this stuff here is 92. 95. Do I have... Compare Dark Mahogany. See, that's lower. So the chest stuff will be offered here, which will be high quality when it pops out, will actually be below. So it'll be 95 gear, but it still won't be sufficient. But the next dungeon's gear will be the stuff we'll need to sort of patch together if we want to maintain power levels. It's gonna make it fun. Like, oh, there it is. Some of these people will be first ups, some will be second ups. Some will have done it already a whole pile of times because they're just doing it on the daily. They're trying to build up all the goodies. Besides, this will be a little more entertaining because whereas normally you can follow what's going on with everyone else, oh, it's just standing there sucking down ether. Okay, so the battlefield's roughly square. There we go. Also, in the event of a water landing, Lala will be provided as a flotation device. Okay. Not doing well with this, am I? Finding peak. Where are you going? Sky Ruin. Okay, it's not slippery. Southeast. Oh! Keep moving. Okay. Circles of ice. Good dodge. Hey, you know what's going on? No! But if I was playing with the NPCs, I would know full well to go run and hide with Alizé over in the corner and say, why aren't you doing this right? Don't have a shield. Can I get it? Maybe. Okay, this is float in the sky. So we're playing high and low again, are we? Hail of feathers. I guessed wrong. I was on the ground needed. Cast disasters on. That sounds wonderful. That's just anyway. Ha ha ha, do not be there. Ruin foretold. Heal. Heal. Sucks. As mechanic wise, I must admit, that one's totally a disaster. Fields are up. Yep. Perpetual conflagration. Little AoE heal. In time. Buzz. We all got conked by that. Much more fun to try this on, knowing what's going on. Excuse me while I stand over here. Learn, don't stand in the air for that last one. Give everyone a GG, and a thank you, my healer, who's still hanging around. Yahoo! Right? If I was doing that with the people, if I'd mucked up badly, which I don't think I would have, I would have been able to follow their footsteps and not get hit as hard. Love the smell of dead monster in there.
We slew Valiarmanda. A feat that even the great Gulul Chacha couldn't manage. For you, Papa!
There's no denying it was an impressive achievement, but I wouldn't be so quick to claim we've outdone Father.
Oh?
The Fidral was weakened by decades of imprisonment. Had we faced it in its prime, we wouldn't have fared a fraction as well.
How can you say that? 80 years couldn't have made that much of a difference. Could it?
Scared cat look on her face again.
Oh, who am I kidding? Papa's still the best.
You fought well, though. You have a ways to go.
I did, didn't I? Even if it wasn't at full strength, we defeated a living legend. I swear, I'll surpass the old man one day.
The Sky Ruin lies dead, and still, I've yet to prove myself the miracle.
Well, I suppose we should head back and join Erenville.
We did leave him with only Sarelja for company.
Everyone's having a good old giggle at that. Well, our promise has promised too, don't you think? Anxious with this, Eric could inflict greater suffering upon these lands. Tell you, I pull my own weight in battle now. Yes, you do. Well, in battle, I understand why is he considered the greatest warrior. Feel giddy from our victory. Not outdoing Father aside, best outcome we could hope for. Never again will appear looming of the Sky Ruin. Speak of a successful hunt, not that I'm surprised in the least. Came back earlier, left almost immediately with Saralja in tow. Disinclined to share any victory celebrations. That's nothing new for Saralja. No, it's Bakja Jaja that concerns me. It's probably far aheadway, making most of the mayhem he caused. Yes, can't believe he did something so evil just to slow us down. Hadn't slain Valigamanda. Wasn't only Urapacha at risk, deaths across the entire continent. More uncertain, Bakul Jaja cannot be allowed to rule. Catch you and take back my keystone. Alright, Thancred. Hey, it's Ether Current. Must be anxious. Where and where we'll strike next. Zerbat lay their fears. Alpha knows as well, I should think. Let's not let him worry another moment. Suspect this will give me my last 2 blues. I do? I do. It would be in hiding. Confidence must be reassured them. Would be in hiding. Massive mountain, fighting an elector, battling on this. Yes, you could say I'm a little tired. Come on, still got plenty of work to do. In fact, not for a moment I doubt your safe return, safe and sound. He's out of breath. We're thinking. Before we do anything, we should talk with Galfojo. Yes.
To the temple, then.
That won't be necessary, heroes of the hour. Valigarmanda is no more. Yours is a victory worthy of song.
We had plans for a second feat to be conducted here in town. But the recklessness of your fellow claimant has rendered them pointless.
A second feat?
Alphino was right.
The feat of ice. You are to fortify Valigarmanda's prison. How shall we proceed, High Luminary?
Well, he's not going to escape anymore.
What more would we test, Zurmurwer? They have defeated the Sky Ruin and saved the gods know how many lives. If they are not worthy heirs
Well, that's
to
Bakchukul out of the
then no one
fight.
is.
That's the second keystone right there.
Now that our last claimant has arrived, we can proceed with the formalities. For the skill and bravery the three of you have shown, I award you each a second keystone.
This will be blue, I would think. Icy blue, probably. Deep blue. Oh no, it's green as well.
That makes 5. Only 2 left to collect.
And 1 to reclaim.
Except that one of those 5 is in Bakul Jaja's thieving hands. He will answer for that. And for losing Valigarmanda.
You have brought lasting tranquility to our home and earned the gratitude of every Yokui.
Yokui.
May glory and prosperity continue to bless Tuliolol as we enter this new age.
Yep. Had he run off ahead and not helped Saralja, he would have been out a stone as well and
Was
removed.
never much of a talker, our brother. If you're up for it, you should visit the capital. I'd like everyone to get to know you and your people better.
Ha! I'll consider it. If it's one of you two who claims the throne.
Then you need only await a missive from Sunperch. I'll be sending out invitations.
Today is a day for unusual visitors.
You... Woklamat, was it not? I doubted you could slay Valigarmanda, but the quiet skies
proclaim your triumph. Had the Vidral been suffered to roam free, it would have terrorized us all. Once again, we find ourselves in your debt.
You owe us nothing. We fought because we wanted to.
Yet a debt has been incurred, all the same. It will haunt me if I do not repay it.
I wouldn't even know what to ask for.
How about...
Perhaps he can tell us about the dreams of the Golden City.
Oh, good idea. That was on my list of questions I wanted to ask.
The Golden Dreams. Yes, we have records of our forebears and their visions from the time before the Shaktural expedition.
What did your forebears see?
Oh boy.
A heavenly land, suffused with a golden glow. Its people lived as gods, never aging, never dying.
I guess I got that really low gravelly voice I wanted to hear.
And conflict. Every building was a palace, and in their midst reigned a silent goddess. A statue so tall, even my kin would need lift their gaze to behold its visage.
A statue of a goddess. That's new.
Aye, and compared to the abstract imagery we'd previously heard, this was a detailed description.
The dreamers were consumed by their visions, compelled to seek out the paradise they'd been shown. They journeyed to Shaktural, where they died in droves.
Those who go in search of the Golden City do not return. The tales Book Evu shared may have been rooted in historical fact.
Perhaps. Who can know the truth of it? Once our ancestors left the forest, there were no more dreams, no dreamers.
The forest? What do you mean?
From the very first, the visions were set to visit only those who worked the quarries in Yaktel.
Yaktel?
But after they were ravaged by disease and saw fewer newborns, they were forced to abandon that territory. Once our people's withdrawal to Urkopacha was complete, we never again dreamed of the Golden City.
So only Yokhui in that one specific area experienced the visions. Fascinating.
Well, we're headed to Yaktel next. Maybe we'll find out more when we get there. Thank you for sharing your stories with us.
I do not require gratitude. I merely repaid a debt. Farewell, Wook Lamat. I do not think our paths will
once again.
For now. Damn, that ride's low. Meant to strengthen the ice, forced him to do one better. Gain a fuller picture of the Golden City. What do you think, Kryle? Golden Glow? I have a funny feeling that Section 9 is the Golden City. Sudden change of heart about Tulliola. Will never change at all. Today is proof of that. Alright. Compose with this. Turn to Tulliola. Scanning tallest mountain. Beyond this, stop on the sledge could do a rest. In case, preparations must be made to visit the next section. Most welcome. 4 accountants calling our names. For you. Adventure lies here still. Here they are. So. Oh, you know it. Heard your victory over Walamangar. Yes. Deepest gratitude. I've only seen the battle with my own eyes. Cannot fathom how one so diminutive laid does. Demonstrate your martial prowess. Okay, what do you want me to splat? Yes, endangering this. Snuff it out. I want to see you obliterate some stuff. Doable. It'll be do all the quests in the area before moving on. It will. It will. I will grab these two, finish the 2 blues, and then tomorrow we'll basically clean out the rest of these quests before zipping over to Tulliola. Oh, there you are. Garhorlor. Customary rituals, fret not. Your part played a simple one. Illuminations here, use glowstones. Ah. Where's this? And to the saltwater jar and pray for light everlasting. Oh, great. Wow. Open your heart and focus. Proceed to the next step. Sprinkle it upon the glowstones, which will be completed. Alright. We'll do the 2, like I said, we'll do the 2 blue, come back, finish up the last man on the mountain. But we did pick up also a Wonder Tales. We did, yes, this week's Wonder Tales. Right? 49, 80, 90, level 100 duty. Right? Raids, Realm Reborn, Shadowbringers. This is the way it's supposed to look now. Foil Bahamut, Eden's Verse, 9th, 10th Circles. That's still doing that thing. Interesting. Treasure Dungeon. Talk Extreme, 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 Deals, and Frontline. So I got 8, 9. Oh yeah. Things to do in the background. Salt water on these. In pure science terms, you would think it was some sort of salt and electrolytic thing that makes them glow. But considering magic is a thing in this world, target's not in range. Oh yeah? What about now? So if I pick these up, then I've got full flight capability. I can just fly over here, pick those up, do those, and complete them all. Nice and easy. Yay! That's my thinking to it anyway. Minotaur. This one, it made a mess. They fighting with me. Another. This good sense to flee. Let's see this. Gonna do a dumb thing and attack me, isn't it? Oh, there. You think with this guy dead, these would basically stop burning out. Hello. I remember these enemies will be leveled. That you were indeed. Yes, I have seen all I needed. Now we return. In my case, literally return. We'll have much more to finish to find out more about them. But this warrior skill far surpasses my own. It's watching over a seal placed on Valigarmat. Sky ruin and not rendered our plans meaningless. Drive off the dangerous creatures drawn to its energies. It's true. At times it was all we could do to shield the frozen from the swarms upon swarms of beasts. Now, we guardians have nothing left to guard. Now, of course, this is the cause for this. Repachin and Alteral no longer fear the Sky Ruin's destruction. Yet part of me feels otherwise. Deprived of purpose, I relinquished my position. Black Jewel Judge has a lot to answer for. It's something I must come to overwork. No one else is to blame for him. Yeah, fair enough. Seen in action might seek the next passion, or at least provide some inspiration for a new combat technique. Your squishy, hairless body, not exactly hairy yourself, skeptical until I observed your power firsthand. Just not to praise your economy of movement, always thinking ahead, looking for the shortest route to victory, and don't want to hang out. I'm an adventurer by nature. I travel the lands and adventurer. Life's purpose is pursuing adventure. How intriguing. Many tales I will not keep you at this moment. Honor me, speak length. Which will mean it goes back to the base quest. We get the next one. Yep. We'll be back to talk to you, my dude. I'll leave you hanging. So what do you do as an adventurer? This, that, everything, nothing. Some things are simple, some things not. The ritual. Thanks, fellow Echo, glad an outsider shared in our culture. Mining the peak for glowstones, cover shellfish fossils. Yeah, it was buried beneath the wave before geological uplift. When radiance reflect their joy and shining brightly offered water that smells of the sea, or so the story goes. Thus our little tradition was born. Great warrior now illuminates our humble village. Our spirits are sure to lighten as well. Suffice to say, we are fortunate you are willing to join in our prayer with an open heart. May the light of glowstones ever guide your steps. Free bird. There we go. Unbound. Only for the weather to basically come in with some fog. Oh well. So we'll finish off up here tomorrow. We will? Absolutely. Take a while to complete all these quests, and we know that's going to be a while. So, what do they say? Finish off a few quests up here, then we'll basically zip off to wherever the next story of the Dawntrail takes us. Yay! 2 more days of that, Wednesday and Thursday. Oh, you know it's going to be a bit of fun. So, do all the quests, find out about the Yakwai? Tweet. Gonna have fun with that one still, aren't we? Absolutable. So, tomorrow, more of the mountain. Last quests off the mountain. Go down the hill. All downhill from here. I say we'll be getting into the northern reaches for the next area. Yay! So if you're interested in seeing what comes across the bridge, well, I would have to say it's a bridge too near, because that's where we're headed. So if you're in for that, I'll see you tomorrow, 7:30 Mountain Standard, 6:30 Pacific, 9:30 Eastern. If you're in for Starfield, I will see you on Friday, Saturday. We continue with that one round. Still messing around with the main quest for the moment. We don't know where we're going or what we're up to, so we'll see where that goes. But I'd like to say thanks for watching for everyone who tuned in, and all those on replays or on the VODs for YouTube, which will be up 24 hours later. Thank you again. Till as always, laters.